has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Prescott. Looking middle, and that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Trying to run forward with Pollard, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
The Cowboys at 10-1 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Prescott.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here, because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line.
Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Smith.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here we go, here we go.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
From the 17, Smith. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. Call it a gain of a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Smith. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd and a couple, Smith. And incomplete on a deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Leonard able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
After the sack on 1st down, Prescott, he'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Second down, another run with Taylor. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the 1st down.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Smith. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Catch made here by Campbell. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Down to about the 32.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Smith. But this one complete to Doolin. And he'll be brought down at the 27. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Gino. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Jabril Cox there on the tackle. But sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Smith. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Prescott now. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this 2nd quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Geno now to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get in. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
46.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On third down, it's Prescott. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. This a 27-yard attempt here. The kick by Maher is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have the kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Micah Parsons coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Throwing now is Geno. And connecting here with Pittman on the out route. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. It's Smith. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Micah Parsons, his 2nd sack of the night.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Well, here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, partner, nothing but praise for me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. Let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Prescott off play action. He'll buy some time right. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Now that's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Cowboys are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the 50, it's Smith. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Trap 50.
Now it's Smith. It's Jackson again on the reception. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going to run again here with Pollard. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now a give here to Pollard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That play was all Bobby Okereke as he got there and dragged him down for the loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for Dallas, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.